Hi guys, this is my first video doing the sinking funds, and I kind of wanted to go over how I do the sinking funds. What are they for? How do you know how much to put in there, and why do you do this? So basically I have different types of folders, I guess you could say, that I use for each of them. I pick the categories that go in each folder, and basically a lot of them are just based upon what I want to save for, what is my goals, what am I trying to do, why do I do this. So I'm going to kind of explain what I do so that you can kind of pick your own stuff, do it the way you like to do it, and then you can have successful, you can reach your successful goals each time you put money into these accounts. So basically these sinking funds are money that you've already paid. Okay, so for instance, you paid your bills. You write a list of all the bills that you pay that automatically come out. And then from there, whatever's left over is what you're going to put in here. So you've already accounted for gas, groceries, hygiene products, light bill, phone bill, you know, things that come, car note, things like that. So these are the funds that you're going to be putting in. For example, you know, holidays come up, you know, like Thanksgiving. What if you want to do Thanksgiving this year? You know, it comes once a year, right along with Christmas, right along with people's birthdays and things like that. So you want to make sure that you're saving for that time when it comes, that it doesn't take away from something else that maybe you've wanted to do, or any other bills that you have that you need to pay. So I'm going to start off with this one first. So basically each one has its own categories. As you can see, this one is holiday. Holiday is like for Valentine's Day, Mother's, Father's Day, and also Easter, because they're the ones that we celebrate, and I do spend money on that. For instance, like outfits, taking pictures, things like that. And then Mother's, Father's Day, you know, you got to buy your dad or your mom a present, and you want to make sure that you are able to have that money in there. And then date night for me and my husband, we try to do as many as we can. Sometimes that doesn't always happen, but when it happens, we'll have the money there and not have to worry about it later. The next one is anniversary. So this is pretty much, you know, the 1 year thing for our anniversary is, and I'll go more into that later, but I put save for that. Birthdays and celebration. So this celebration, because I know it's kind of like the same thing with, you know, the Valentine's Day and all that. This one kind of is more focused on going out to eat with family, friends. So for instance, if somebody graduates, if somebody has a birthday, or whatever, you know, maybe we all want to have a friend's day out, or I want to take my best friend out or something. So I have that money there for that. So the next category we have, and I'm sorry if the video is kind of shaky. It's because I'm doing it on an unstable area. But hopefully later on I'll have a better area to go, you know, do these videos. But this is for health. So health, I have health coverage insurance for everyone in my home. But the problem is I don't like the dental for my children. And so they go to a private doctor where I pay out of pocket. And then this is for like co-pays and glasses or contacts, because I wear contacts. So this is what this is for. Any co-pays, doctor's visits, and things that are maybe not covered. Emergency. So this, I'll go more into this, but this is an emergency for emergencies. So basically, if your AC goes out in your house, if someone in your family needs it, or you need it to maybe take a trip because someone passed away or something, this is only for emergencies. You don't touch this unless absolutely necessary. Car maintenance, I need some tires and I need brakes for my car. Those things aren't covered under my warranty, but I save for that. Also my children. And then the last bracket that I have is gonna be for anything that I have that maybe someone borrowed from me. I paid for lunch for somebody or something, you know, something that wasn't out of the, you know, something that came out of the ordinary. This goes back into the bank. So basically I just put bank. So anything that's in here is bank related that has to go back. Christmas, you know, again, that comes once a year. So I save for that. iPad, this is not really a sinking fund. It's more so a sinking fund for myself, because this does not come out of a paycheck, or it's not a sinking fund that is related to things that happen in our household. This is actually coming out of my own, I get an allowance, and I'll go more into that, but I get an allowance, so this is what that's for. My allowance sometimes goes in here so I can get my iPad. Miscellaneous is for the trash person that comes and picks up the trash, and also for the person who cuts our grass. So this is what that's for. And then clothing, I'm gonna go more into like how much I put in here or whatever, but this is for that. So regarding how much, like, I know you're like, well, how much do you determine that you put in for each paycheck? So basically, you're going to make a list, and actually I will put that in my next video. But if I take some money out of here, and what I do is I put $100 every paycheck that goes into here. So I determine this by however much I have left over after every paycheck. So for instance, it's the monthly paychecks, or the paycheck that I get bi-weekly is going to be about maybe about $7,000 bi-weekly. It evens to about maybe $2,500 to $3,000. So whatever is deducted from the amounts that I pay per month with our normal bills that come out, then that's what goes into here. And I just divide it into the however many times I get paid per month. So that would, and then you're going to go based upon the months, right? So 12 months in a year. And then you're going to put divided by 2, because if you get paid twice a week, well, if you get paid 4 times a month, then you're going to divide it by the 4 times you get paid, or, you know, however many times you get paid during the month. I always divide it by the times I get paid, so it's twice a month. And then it's a little bit easier on how you're seeing it dissipate from your check. So basically, I put $100 of this, but I actually put $200 because it's gonna go based upon how much you get paid, or, you know, however many you want to put per paycheck. So the same thing goes for my emergency fund. With the emergency fund, I believe it's $41 every time I get paid. Yeah, it's $41 every time I get paid. So as of right now, I've been saving since January 16th, and currently I have $622 in there. So I used to put $83 every paycheck, but I knocked it down because I realized I wanted to put some other money of that money into something else, so I can kind of fill that one up, fill that envelope up. So again, you're just going to calculate however much you make. So you're going to add, so for instance, you get paid, what, $3,000 a month, right? Let's just say, and that's however much you take home. Then you're going to divide that into the paychecks per month. And then even if you want to do it, let's just say if you want to do it per month. So per month, you're like, okay, or you would do it bi-weekly. So I get paid this much money, right? I make $2,000 in 2 weeks. And then I take out however much is going to come out that week, or bi-weekly, what's going to be paid in those 2 weeks, or, you know, you want to calculate it however much it is per month. And then you'll get an estimate at the end of the month, and then you're going to estimate that dollar amount, because again, you have to count for everything that you bring in and take out. Netflix, any Apple Music, or if you're an Android user, you have your certain music that you guys use. You're gonna account for any types of subscriptions that you're gonna get. Like for instance, I have like two things that come out for me to have Apple space or iCloud space. So that's like $2.99 a month, or, you know, $2.99. So you have to account for everything. You literally have to write every single thing down, to include how much gas comes out of your pockets or your amount. And then put that off to the side into another account. I'm going to go into more of these accounts and kind of go over each one so you guys can see how much I've saved so far starting since January. I've actually been doing this before January, but I didn't realize I was doing it until I really thought about it and said, well, I just need to make more envelopes to make sure I'm counting for everything that I need to save for the year. Again, if you want to know more about this, just keep the notifications on so you guys can see what's going on and understand it a little bit more. Basically, you're just going to write everything down, and then you're going to calculate all of that for the month, and then you're going to also see what's due within the first pay period and then the second pay period. Once you figure all that out, then you're going to understand how much you're going to have at the end of the month. At the end of the month is when I normally pay anything off, like credit cards. Like right now we're on debt consolidation. So meaning debt, we're paying off debt. So I'll go more into exactly how I do that as well. Especially if you're maybe on a budget of maybe because it's only you working, or maybe you and your husband, you and your wife, you and your significant other, your partner, maybe y'all only have a certain amount of money that comes per month. Well, you know, and it's fixed, right? And then you have certain bills that fluctuate, but that's okay. You're still going to calculate, you're going to get all your bills, you're going to figure out what it's coming out that month, and then that's when you'll find out how much you'll have to be able to do a sinking fund. And you're not going to have all these funds that I have, like one for, you know, kids. What if you don't have kids, or you know, you don't want one for holidays, you don't celebrate holidays, and that's okay. You can just pick whatever is important to you so that then you can determine what's going to go in these funds. But again, I'll go more into exactly how I do that. Again, I apologize for the shaky video. That's probably annoying. I apologize. If you guys have any feedback, because it's my first video, please let me know. Again, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you leave a comment. And also share the video if you want to, so you can learn more about this. Remember, I'm trying to help you guys. I'm trying to get you to understand that let your money work for you rather you work for your money. We're always working for our money. Let's let our money also do the work for us. All right, until next time, see you later.